Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Cross this video on my For You, and I thought to share with you guys. This is a very important video, especially for black women. Like if you have a sister, a mother, a kid, or whatsoever, you have to really share this message across. There have been a discovery of cancerous whatsoever in all of this synthetic hair, and this got me so scared because, as you guys know, I also wear most of these synthetic hairs for braid, like box braid and all of that. And it was just to say that there are so many cancerous whatsoever that was found inside of it. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested. Beauty products such as synthetic braiding hair are largely unregulated, and some ingredients are not required to be listed on the package. This puts the health of people who wear synthetic braiding hair and the braiders who install them at risk.
I don't think you heard them the first time. They took 10 different brands of synthetic braiding hair and they tested all 10. And all of them come back with carcinogens in that can cause cancer. 10 of them. They got a strike. Do you know how hard it is to get 10 out of 10? I don't know if any of you have ever watched They Clone Tyrone on Netflix, you know, the one with Jamie Foxx in and John Boyega. The message that they put in that film is exactly the type of stuff that we're seeing here. How is it that we have been braiding our hair for centuries, and no one thought, hey, maybe we should test these and try and put some regulations on them? Did no one think they're absolutely fine pushing products out to us in the masses for cheap prices and know that we will grab them? Because at the end of the day, braiding is meant to be a protective and cost-effective style. No one has the money constantly when they want to get braids done to be buying fresh bundles all the way from Malaysia off AliExpress. We want something cheap, but just because it's cheap doesn't mean it has to be riddled with things that are going to make us sick or deter our health in the long term. The saddest thing about this is that what was once a hairstyle for black women is now a conscious health decision. Those people who want to get their hair braided to make themselves feel good, who want to get their children's hair braided so it's a protective style that they can manage while they're in school or whatever. And then for the people who are braiding hair who now have to go and seek probably more organic products that cost them more to buy, it charges the client more, when really this shouldn't be in our hands. It should have never been in our hands. This should have been touched and covered and tested years ago. But still, why are we so behind? This isn't just about braiding hair. This is about being a woman in a consumer-driven society in general. Why do we have to know all of these dangerous, harmful chemicals and have to recognize them ourselves on the back of packets when simply the person who is creating them could do the testing, make them more natural, make them more affordable, but they don't. It's greed over and over again. I know expression packs. I've been buying expression packs. For me personally, I don't mind paying the 50, 60 extra P if it means that I will not get cancer for putting it on my head. But you could have told us that. You could have put it on the pack. You could have maybe drawn us to a website to make us understand this, but you don't. And you never do. The truth is, I don't know where we go from here, but what I know is that I have a privilege, and you watching might have a privilege to buy the more organic, natural variations of synthetic braiding hair. But let's be real. This hair is all over the world, and a lot of people and a lot of black women are going to be missed out of that conversation and not going to be able to have access to that, and are going to have to continually use these things and products every single day because that's all they can get their hands on. And this is scary. This is scary. How we have left this so long, I don't know, and how this world created a vaccine in like 3 months, 4 months flat, but didn't think to test a simple product over the span of 50, 60, 70 years. I don't know.
I'm not trying to be overly dramatic here, but I am absolutely done with synthetic hair. Okay, done with synthetic braiding hair. I had no idea how toxic synthetic braiding hair is. Yeah, I'm talking about, like the Connect-Along and all of the different braiding hair that we use. that looks like Afro textured hair. That stuff is poisonous, okay? Yeah, seriously. So harmful chemicals such as polyethylene tetraphthalate or PET, polypropylene or PP, and polyvinyl chloride are chemicals linked to a range of health issues, including skin irritation, respiratory problems like asthma, and even cancer. All right. Think about Kanekalon, right? We all use Kanekalon, right? Really affordable and popular. Well, it has acrylonitrile and vinyl chloride as well, both of which are toxic to humans. And according to the National Cancer Institute, directly links vinyl chloride with leukemia, lymphoma, and rare forms of liver, brain, and lung cancer. So I'm done.
Breaking news, Consumer Reports found cancer-causing chemicals in 100% of the 10 synthetic braiding hair brands that they tested for. And yes, that includes some of your favorite brands like Sensational. 100% of the samples contained cancer-causing chemicals. 9 out of 10 contained lead. 3 out of 10 contained benzene, known to cause acute myeloid leukemia, and they release hazardous chemicals in the air when burned or boiled. We had already learned some of this about things like perms, which have been linked to cancer-causing chemicals, but the synthetic braiding hair that we've been using for how long? But the answer now is, what do we do now that we know this? There actually is a Black female-founded company called Rebundle that sells plant-based braiding hair. It's actually banana fiber that is safe and non-toxic. Because honestly, the reality is, as Black women, we should not have to sacrifice our health in order to have the gorgeous hairstyles we want. And why is it that the products that we're using are most dangerous for us? We honestly deserve so much better, and it's time to hold these brands accountable for what they're putting into their products and how it is affecting us in our bodies.
All right. I guess I'm going to address this. People want to know my thoughts on this. I don't know why y'all want to know my thoughts, because I've already expressed my thoughts around this plenty of times, but I'm going to give my thoughts. I apologize before I get started, because I don't think that... I've been on social media, and I've been in this natural hair space for over 15 years now. And I've been a huge advocate for Black natural beauty, self-acceptance, and self-confidence around natural hair. Sometimes I feel like I'm way too invested, and I care so much that there are times where I feel like I need to disassociate. And it's topics like this where I prefer not to say anything, because I feel like I don't have the sensitivity and the patience anymore to speak on the topic without stepping on toes and hurting people's feelings. And this is a very sensitive topic to discuss. And a lot of times people don't need to hear the shit that I'm saying from a bald-headed Black man. Speaking about Black women and their self-image issues, I'm fully aware of this. I understand this. So usually I take a back seat on these things. People want to know my thoughts, so I'm going to give it, okay? First off, most people don't know, I'm a natural hairstylist. That's why I'm so invested in this, because that's my job, that's my business, that's my passion, that's my dedication, all of that, okay? I've told y'all many times on this app, every which way that I possibly can, that y'all need to leave this synthetic hair alone. Y'all need to leave the hair addition alone. They're like, oh, the braids stick on my edges. What do I do? How can I get my edges snatched out? I'm like, leave the braids alone. You're like, oh, we found out braids is damaging our hair. What can we do? How can we get the braids not damage our hair? I'm like, leave the braids alone. I'm like, y'all like, oh no, we found out there's cancer in this braiding hair. What do you think about it? Leave the fucking braids alone. Leave the fucking braids alone. Leave the shit alone. I don't know how many different ways I can tell you the universe, God, the creator, is trying to tell you to leave this artificial fake shit alone and work on investing in yourself and the self-care and self-preservation of your own natural hair in whatever form that looks like for you. Even if you don't prefer to wear the styles that I do, maybe you want to be a straight natural or whatever, you want to rock the hair. Okay, just take care of your hair so you can at least do that. You know, like I'm tired of seeing y'all get on this app, destroy your fucking hair, complain about the shit, hate up on your hair, you speak all negatively about. I'm tired of the shit. And then y'all want to get on here and y'all want to hear about all this carcinogens and the braiding hair, and y'all want to act like y'all fucking care, like y'all give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. Let's be honest about this shit. Y'all really don't give a fuck. Y'all, we've been hearing about the ovarian cancer and the risk relaxers. That will stop y'all from relaxing. And we've been hearing about all the risks and dangers of all these different products out there, and now even with the braiding hair, y'all not gonna stop wearing this shit. So why are we having this conversation? Like, really, why are we having it? Y'all not gonna stop wearing it. Y'all not gonna invest in the what is it, rebundle or whatever it's called. You're not gonna invest because y'all too fucking cheap to invest in anything that's not gonna fucking kill you. So the next best thing is just to learn to love up on your hair and take care of your hair. But most of y'all are struggling with that because you don't like the shit. So you find innovative ways to fuck up your hair while also trying to be team natural. And it just, I'm over it. I think what really pisses me off about this is, like I said, y'all act like y'all care and y'all really don't. On top of the fact that y'all are putting all this shit in your baby's hair when they really have no business wearing all this shit anyway. On top of the fact that maybe if you wore the braids on occasion, it wouldn't be so bad. But you all over fucking consume the shit. Like, you over consume the shit. You keep the shit in for months. You wear it back to back to back to back. You find any and every way to cover your shit up and then want to complain about damaged hair and how hard it is. I don't understand. So my thoughts on this is exactly what it's been since I've been on this app, and exactly as it's been since I've been on my YouTube channel for years. Like, leave the braiding hair alone. Leave it alone. Let's work on investing in you yourself, your self-confidence, your self-image, and your personal feelings around your natural hair. Like, it's so many y'all have this false sense of self-confidence. Most of y'all get up in the morning, y'all walk in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and you don't like what the fuck you see. And again, I know it's not something you want to hear from a bald-headed black man, but this is something I've struggled with myself as well. And I know our experiences as, black men and black women are going to be different, but you still got to put in the fucking work. At some point, you got to put in the work, and you either going to accept the fact that you think you an ugly bitch, and you need to put all this makeup on, all this extensions on, cover the shit up, and do what you got to do to walk in the world and feel pretty, or you can work on yourself and learn how to become comfortable with the things that make you uncomfortable. That's all I got. That's legit all I got, because at the end of the day, y'all not gonna stop wearing the shit. Y'all still gonna rock your boho. You still gonna rock your crochet. You still gonna rock your faux locks. You still gonna get these lock extensions and everything else. Why are we having this conversation? Y'all figure it out. Just leave me out of it.
Y'all, I swear to y'all, them people is not lying about that braiding hair. Last year, a girl had emailed me for promo for Knotless Plats, and I ended up going to her to do the promo. And after she did my hair, maybe like a little after a week, I literally broke out in a big rash in my head. It was almost like I had hives, like it was making my skin crawl. I had to wake up in the middle of the night and go to Aventure Urgent Care. They had to give me literal cream, like some drop shit to put in my head to cure it up. And I had to take the hair out. So my mom, like, I ain't never going back to this girl. If you on my YouTube, you remember this happened to me. I'm like, I ain't never going back to this girl. I don't know what she used in my head, but that it broke me out, right? And this was the first time this happened to me. I done had knotless pets like years ago. I always used to wear knotless, right? So a couple of months later, I end up going to my homegirl and I told her what happened. She used different hair and everything. I promise y'all, no lie, the shit happened again. Like 4 days later, I started seeing bumps in my head and they was getting like little pus hairs in them. I had to take my hair out like 4 days later. I was so mad. I don't know what they done did to that hair, but it is true. That hair has something in it that is causing us disease. They say it's cancer. I don't know, but that hair got something in it.
Okay, but all jokes aside though, this braiding hair topic is getting crazy, but there is a brand out there that has non-toxic braiding hair. Y'all know that, right? Let me do the research for y'all. Look, this is the brand called Rebundle. All of their hair is really good. I personally haven't bought from them yet, but I really want to see what their braiding hair is talking about. But this is the brand that I was talking about. So if you guys need some braiding hair and y'all are in a frenzy about the whole going to the beauty supply, then you can definitely purchase from this brand.
Alright, let's dissect Consumer Reports' findings that synthetic braiding hair contains carcinogens, because people are already jumping to conspiracy theories. So they tested 10 different products for the presence of heavy metals as well as volatile organic compounds, VOCs. The brands are in the left-hand corner, including Darling, Debut, and Sensational. And they tested each product twice, which is why you see duplicates of each one. And they concluded that all 10 products contain levels of lead that exceeded the maximum allowable dose level, as set by California, because there is no national level for this. However, the MADL they went off of is for drinking water, which is only based off of oral exposure, not dermal exposure. So I emailed them asking why did they base the exposure limit off of oral exposure, not dermal exposure, because you're not eating your braids. And part of the reason they went with the oral exposure model is because of the likelihood of braiders coming in contact with the braid by eating food after braiding somebody's hair and not washing their hands, or little kids with braided hair putting the braids in their mouth. And while I understand why they went with that model, I don't agree with it because, again, you're not intentionally ingesting braids. Any contact with the mouth is incidental. Plus, the limit for lead allowed in lipstick is 5 ppm, while none of the lead concentrations in the tested braid samples exceeded 0.2 ppm. And you're much more likely to ingest lead via lipstick than you are via hair. But you might ask, why is there lead allowed at all? It's because lead is kind of impossible to get rid of. It's elemental, it's in the ground. So these are very conservative limits to account for the fact that lead is just ubiquitous. And as for the VOCs, the level of benzene detected in this is far below the standard set by OSHA for daily exposure. But the biggest concern with the VOCs would be acetone, which may or may not be a concern for you if you get nails done, because you are exposed to some amount of VOCs when you boil the braids to seal the ends. So if you have any respiratory issues, breathing in that acetone might be a concern. Otherwise, I don't find their findings cause for alarm because the levels detected here are far below other things like bentonite clay. Bentonite clay has a good amount of lead in it. But ultimately, I'm just here to help you make informed decisions. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't buy. If you'd like synthetic hair alternatives, I have a video on Rebundle that you should check out. Also worth noting that this product from Sensational contains no detectable levels of lead. I hope this helps.
So the boho braids is canceled for the summer. All braids, knotless braids, boho braids, box braids, they cancel for the summer. So they're saying that the braiding hair that we're using is literally causing cancer. Not only to the person getting the braids, but the braider as well. We literally can't have anything. Why are these people trying to unalive us so bad? All of these braiding companies, their hair contains 10 carcinogens. 10 carcinogens. These brands were definitely tested from Sensational, Shake and Go, Magic Fingers, and only 2 decided to offer a statement, which was Sensational and Magic Fingers, saying that their products don't contain these ingredients. Lord, what we gonna do? Summertime is about to begin, and before it begins, it is canceled. Okay, cancel. There will be no braids. So that silk press is going to have to press out and stay a little longer. Comment down below if you have heard this.
I seriously love this. I was just going through my For You on, TikTok and all of that. And I came across this particular video. And I was just so scared. Guys, I am someone that actually loves braid. Forget how sometimes I put away, but I love braiding my hair. I love, any kind of braided styles. I even have some braided hairs and all of that. And it has actually been discovered that these people, what's in the name of God is this? Why is it that this word, right? They just have every negative thing, to put out there for people that looks like me. Like, seriously, what is really happening with this production? So they cannot produce all of the synthetic wigs for our usual braided hairs, box braid and all of that, without putting this toxic ingredients into it. They knew exactly well that the people that use this product the most is people that looks like me. Like, I personally use this product. I braid my hair so much. And thankfully, I am wearing a natural hair. Like, I've never pounded my hair before. I think I'll just go back on, maybe dread my hair or maybe braid my natural hair just like that without even trying to put any, synthetic stuff on it. Even this wig I'm wearing right now, I don't even know. Like, guys, when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to show it here. Because, truth be told, the people that wears this, people that braid their hair, all of the styles, you can name it, with all of these hair extensions, all of the synthetic hair extensions, will I even call box braid? Is it mohawk? Is it knotless? I even wore knotless for 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. I love knotless. And the thing is that I was like, after, because I have something going on, I was like, I'm just going to make knotless and try to wear it for 3 weeks after this hair. And now I am seeing this on my For You. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Some people were like, this information has actually been there for a very long time. That it's actually some of these companies, some of them do not use those, harsh chemicals, which actually have some negative effect to people that looks like me. Why some people does have it? That means the people who produces these extensions uses, like, how can you be so cruel? Like, how can you do that to a fellow human being, knowing fully well that the people who uses this are some particular set of people? Are some particular set of people. What is going on? Black women, me inclusive, we need to re-strategize. Someone was like, it has been there for a long time, but how would you even know the one that is not, mixed with the chemicals? How would you know? How would you differentiate the good ones from the bad ones? So the thing is that it's better to just avoid this. It's better to just avoid it automatically, because you won't just keep on using this when you don't even know the ones that is good for you, the ones that is not. Oh my goodness. Oh God, I'm so scared. Because I'm guilty of this. I braid my hair. Oh my God. Like, just the way at which some of the people I put their stitches here, especially the brother with the brother with everyone should, look for something else, maybe braid your hair like that, normal called roll, or you can even go, there's this product, wool, they call it wool, you can use that. There's this, extensions that has to do with natural products that one can, go for. I think one should go for such natural products, such natural hair extensions, the one that has everything to do with our afro texture. Because since all of this synthetic are beginning to, I think it's time for Black women to avoid this type of hair. That is why when I saw it, I know there are so many beautiful queens here, I know there are so many Olivers who are actually guilty of this. If you've not been using hair extension, oh my goodness, you are so lucky. Like, I commend you. But to some of us who actually use these things, oh my goodness, guys, I think we have to actually pause for a while, then find out the product who has these harsh chemicals and try to stay away from it. I know the Almighty God will continue to protect us, will continue to be with us, no matter what they want to do, no matter how they want to oppress people that looks like me. Like, because I don't understand why it is the synthetic that most people that looks like me, women that looks like me, I don't understand why they have to use that. Why won't they use it to maybe we don't even know if they use it for human hairs that we all, oh my goodness, we really need to be very careful. That is why when I saw this on my For You, I was like, oh my God, I have to bring it up here because I don't know who might be guilty of this, using hair extension, braiding hairs, box braid, mohawk, necklace, like so many of these hairstyles that Black women rock. So many of the hairstyles that Black women rock. Like, seriously, lovelies. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. Do you know about this? Have you, come across this information before? So many people are like, oh, it has always been there. But seriously, this is the first time I'm seeing this on my For You, and maybe I've not been giving attention. I've not been trying to get information relating to that. That is why I've not been able to see. But people were like, that's been there. It's not new, but we have to really limit. Someone was like, maybe you could just use the braided hair, then use vinegar to wash the synthetic hair, or salt or something. But I think avoiding it is just the best option here. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.